Well, he's here now. You just heard from now former District 3 Commissioner Greg Martin after being appointed interim representative for District 26. And he's going to be soon making his way to Nashville and representing people there in Hickson and District 26. First of all, congratulations and thank you for being here today.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the privilege.
Let's first dig right in and start talking about this. You know, you said right there your experience from the school board, from the county commission, prepared you for this step where you are today. So what is it that you hope to accomplish, that you want to do in Nashville for the people who represent here in this area, District 26?
Well, the priority is always the people of Hamilton County and their interest in state government. And I'm looking forward to going to Nashville and representing the people, because all government on the federal level and the local level really comes from state government in our republic, the way our founders set this nation up. And so I'm looking forward to going to Nashville to advocate for the priorities and the values of the people that live in Hamilton County.
And what do you see as some of those, or you're hearing as some of those priorities, some of those values that they want to see you focus on in Nashville?
Well, there's several things that are important to me. I serve as the chairman of the board of the Adult and Teen Challenge of the Mid-South. And so I'm constantly having conversations with people about the fentanyl problem in our state and with our young people. In fact, I've conducted numerous funerals for young people who have passed away and left small children behind because they have died of a drug overdose. I want to see what the state can do to help families in this crisis that is happening in our community. That's one priority for me.
And that is a big crisis, and we have seen that. We've done numerous stories.
And I've experienced it with friends and families that are in my community. You know, another thing that's important to me is education. My wife is a public school teacher, so we talk about education every day. And having been on the school board, having been on the local funding body of the county commission, I want to make sure that the people of District 26 get their fair share of funding in this new proposal that is being offered by the governor. And I want to advocate for our schools, for our teachers, for our parents, and for our community with regard to public education.
Public education is huge, and you're probably hearing so many people right now who are watching and who are listening to this. And when you talk about public education, you talk about the funding for education. That is so important, because some people always feel like, you know, do we get left out? Do we get our fair share out of the pot? Are we getting adequately funded? And when it comes to, though, and one of the things you're now going to the state, people are talking about with school boards. And I heard a school board representative say, you know, students don't care, the kids don't care whether they're representative, whether they're Republican, whether they're Democrat, it doesn't matter. They just want to be educated properly. Do you feel, though, that our school boards are becoming, and our school systems are becoming too politicized and losing focus of what's important, the education of our kids?
Well, let me tell you what hasn't changed, is children. Children are the same today as they were 10, 20, 30 years ago. What's different is parents and parental involvement. And so I think I think as we see the breakdown of the family, I think we often see things that become more and more of a challenge. We have some wonderful teachers and administrators, and they need the support and they need the help. But what we need to do is make sure that we have policies and that we have the appropriate funding for our young people to get a great education.
So you're going to go up there as an advocate for our teachers and for our students?
Always an advocate for our young people, for our community, and for the taxpayers, because at the end of the day, we have to have a well-educated society for us to continue the values of our republic.
Yeah, and for us to continue to grow in our community, to make sure that we have people that can take these jobs that we need. And as we wrap up, you are running, and of course we want to make that clear. Of course, you will be on the ballot in August.
That's correct.
And you will be sworn in, you believe, on Monday?
I believe that will be the case. I'm waiting to hear from the Speaker of the House or whoever about exactly the timing of that, but I will take the interim position next week sometime, And then I do plan on running and asking the people for their vote in August, because at the end of the day, it really belongs to the people. The seat belongs to the people. They deserve to have a voice in the representative, and I hope that they favor me with that confidence.
And as we wrap up, and one of the things that we talked about right before we came on air was as you come into this position and coming behind former State Representative Robin Smith and the situation as she had to resign for wire fraud charges, do you feel there's a cloud at all over this seat, or do you feel you're just, obviously you're going in with a clean slate and looking forward to making a difference?
I don't feel there's a cloud over this. There is a cloud over this seat. I think perhaps there's a cloud over the circumstances of which Ms. Smith exited, and we'll leave that to the courts to decide the fate.
Well, I wanted to say again, former Commissioner Greg Martin, now Representative, State Representative Greg Martin, who will be sworn in on Monday. Again, congratulations. And thank you so much for your time, and thank you for getting over here so quickly to talk with us today.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. That's going to do it for us here on Local 3 News at noon.